if they lost. They did. Meanwhile, Mitch Trubisky, look, I know the competition has not been great, but as you've watched him play, you're wondering, why hasn't he been starting all year? Meanwhile, Mike Glennon's starting for the Jags. Hits DJ Chark, who makes quite a grab. It's 10-all. 13-10, Trubisky, David Montgomery, who has exploded in the second half of this season. Later in the drive, Trubisky, I mean, you got O-line issues, you got a mobile quarterback right there, right? I'm not saying he's the answer, I'm just saying I have a question about, I don't know. He's done pretty well of late. Roquan Smith with a pick. Smith's second pick of the game. And this game is all Bears. Jimmy Graham, if you started him this week, he might have helped you win a fantasy title. Jimmy Graham, a couple of touchdowns. Trubisky, a couple of touchdowns. And the Bears, 8-7 with a 24-point win. Again, Jacksonville now locked into the #1 pick. Bears back into a playoff spot heading into Week 17. The three teams vying for the two remaining wildcard spots all are in with a win, but the Rams and Bears also have ways to make it even if they lose. The Cardinals are the only team that is a must win. It's pride, but professional effort was put forth by both teams on the field here. Not what we saw everywhere this week. Detroit, what was that on this, what day? I don't know what day it is. That was Saturday. It was
not very good.
Samaje Perine there. Longest rushing touchdown for the Bengals this year, 46 yards. T. Higgins, excellent grab here. Texans had the lead. Why should the Texans care next week? J.J. Watt will tell you.
Because this is a privilege. It's the greatest job in the world. You get to go out and play a game. And if you can't care enough, even in Week 17, even when you're trash, when you're 4-11, if you can't care enough to go out there and give everything you've got and try your hardest, that's bull. So that's how. I think there are people every week that still tweet you, that still come up to you and say, hey, we're still rooting for you. We're still behind you. They have no reason whatsoever to. We stink. But they care, and they still want to win, and they still want you to be great. That's why. Those people aren't getting paid. We're getting paid handsomely. That's why. And that's who I feel the most bad for is our fans and the people who care so deeply in this city and the people who love it and who truly want it to be great. And it's not. And that sucks as a player to know that we're not giving them what they deserve.
Right on. That's what it's about. That's why I say it probably to the point that you get tired of hearing it, but professional efforts, you appreciate that, man. Lost season for the Texans, and for them it's not going to be great moving forward because Houston's pick belongs to Miami. Jaguars have clinched the first pick thanks to the Jets' winning streak. They're locked in at #2 by virtue of the Bengals picking up their
proud to bring you the NFC East right now on SportsCenter. Washington football team hosting Carolina Panthers. DC squad claims the dreadful NFC East with a win. Late first quarter, Carolina punting it away. Sometimes the best offense is a really good special team. Steve Sims Jr. muffs the punt. Brandon Zylstra chases it down. He's got it in the painted grass. Special teams points. Another missed PAT. 6-0 is the lead. Washington down 13-0 now. Dwayne Haskins throwing and just didn't get enough air underneath it. Here, Whitehead's got it. Washington player was not quite where he wanted him to be. And everybody goes down and get a picture taken. Panthers 3rd and 8. Teddy Bridgewater, Robbie Anderson, no relations. Got it inside the pylon. Carolina builds a 20-3 lead at half over Riverboat Ron's squad. Early fourth, it's 20-6, so we got a little chance here. 4th and 2, Haskins goes back. Remember, Haskins playing, Alex Smith unavailable. He's going to get tracked down by that defense of Carolina's, and his day ends there. Taylor Heineke's coming in to quarterback for Washington. And Heineke in the fourth quarter, midway through. 19 yards, Logan Thomas. First down. 4th and 18. Haskins out there. Look at him. He's encouraging his guys. Here we go. You can make this play. And Heineke tries to hit Antonio Gandy Golden in the end zone. Go deep. Go for it all. 4th and 18. No. Washington turns it over on down. Don't give up on him yet. 2 minutes to go. Heineke waiting, looking. Good pocket. Nimble. Moves around. J.D. McKissick gets behind the defense.
Whoops.
Yep, guy slipped. Might have tried to grab a hold of him and lost it. So it's 2013. Little onside kick. Here we go. DJ Moore comes up with that one. And there goes the Washington comeback, and they'll play this thing all the way into Week 17. Carolina wins it 20-13. Washington football team 6-9.
The Eagles' playoff hopes deleted by Dallas. Dallas still alive to win the division, but they need help, as we will explain. There's that cool camera that we see on the sidelines during some games. Pretty cool. We'll explain the NFC East playoff situation in a moment. Jalen Hurts, Deshaun Jackson. The Jack Show.
Jack Show.
81 yards. That's the only time he was targeted the whole game. 1 target, 1 catch, 81 yards, touchdown. Other than that, Jalen Hurts struggled a bit. Jackson, his 5th TD of 80-plus yards. That ties him with Jerry Rice, Lance Allworth, Bob Hayes, but there's some names.
Yeah.
And Derek Alexander. Eagles look good. They're up 14-3. Long day, though, for the Eagles defensive back, Michael Jacquet, trying to cover Michael Gallup. You see the blitz at the snap. Andy Dalton finds Gallup. Dalton was outstanding today on Sunday with the Cowboys. Gallup had 6 catches for 121. Dalton, again, really strong. Quarterback rating 134. His QBR was 86. That's an excellent pitch and catch. Keep those toes in. Michael Gallup. Next play, again, back shoulder, high point, touchdown. Rough first half for Michael Jacquet. When lined up against Gallup, gave up 5 receptions for 116 and 2 scores. But it's a game at the half, 2017. Cowboys, the offense still rolling. Here comes Dalton. 22 of 30 for 377. He averaged 12.5 yards per completion. That is really good. These kinds of play help that average. C.D. Lamb. He had 3 catches for 65 yards and that score. Cowboys had 3 pass plays of at least 50 yards. They had 3 all season entering Sunday, and they lead by 10, 27-17. You mentioned Hurts struggled a bit. Quarterback rating 70, QBR only 18. He had 2 interceptions in the game. Here he finds Ertz for 17 yards. Ertz just 3 catches for 31. Looking to score, and this not a good look with this interception. 9 carries, 69 yards for Hurts. His long was 20. But again, throwing the ball 21 of 39, 2 interceptions in the game. He was sacked 3 times, and a good day by the Cowboy offense. Really, they ran the ball well as well. Elliott had 105, averaging 5.5 yards a carry. So overall, good win for Dallas.
Eagles the only one out. Giants and Ravens here. Baltimore started this Sunday outside the Super Bowl tournament. New York, they're a participant. They're ready to go. First quarter, we have no score. We have the Ravens 2nd and goal. Lamar Jackson looking. Marquise Hollywood Brown.
Yeah.
Very nice. Ravens 7-zip lead. Next time down the field, 2nd and goal. We're not throwing this one. We'll give it to J.K. Dobbins, who kind of just pounds his way in there and then just outstretches the ball. Reach it out. We have, there you go, plane penetration. When you penetrate the plane, 7th rushing touchdown of the season. New Ravens rookie record is 14-0. Ravens, by the way, they ran it and ran it well. 3 different guys, more than 75 yards. Jackson, Dobbins, Gus Edwards. As a team, they rushed for 249 yards, average 6.2 a carry on 40 carries. And it is the 38th consecutive game with at least 100 yards on the ground, tied for the 2nd longest streak in the NFL history. You want to run it, and you got to stick with it. Defensively, also a strong showing. They got to Daniel Jones a bunch, sacked him 6 times, including 3 consecutive plays in the 4th quarter. 5 different players on the Ravens had a sack. Chris Board had 2 of them. Giants was 37 yards from sacks, so they had 252 passing yards, 215 net passing yards overall. First play of the 4th quarter, all those stats. Here's some touchdowns. Jackson. Hello, Des Bryant again. Throw up the X. The Ravens are going to win it 27-13. They're 10.